Duke, who is from the Shiloh Temple. He's transmitting from his home, and we are here um, bringing you more information to the table. And we thank God we were able to reconnect back with him. And we were on our last question. We are going back to our last question. I know where was the break in transmission, and for the last 3 minutes we couldn't hear him. And we would just like for you to re-echo briefly on your answers for our last question in reference to the community, in reference to what we have in a neighborhood for nonprofit, the bridge and gaps.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much again for that, Deacon Dan. I was saying that, access to capital is one of the biggest issues, and, just how the philanthropic community changes their shift in focus, and begin to fund programs that are not necessarily the programs that organizations are offering. So I'm in education right now, and a lot of the philanthropic community is now shifting to more financial kind of programs. And so that leaves a void in terms of our ability to, serve our partners and the families that we serve. And so the other side of that coin is, government contracts. And those government contracts are limited, they're time based. And so, you go through the contracting period, and there's a lot of reporting that has to happen. And a lot of times you end up, spending so much administrative time, you cannot really focus on the mission of the organization. And so, unless you are getting enough money to really build, that administrative portion of your organization, a lot of times it falls on the executive director. And so the executive director is both, trying to push forward the mission of the organization and do the administrative pieces, which is a huge burden. And so a lot of them burn out. A lot of them, leave the nonprofit world and go back into the for-profit sector. And so we see a lot of this what the word, a lot of this, I was trying to say, validity, vitality.
Yeah.
That's probably not the word that I'm trying to use, but it's just up and down, and there's no real stability in terms of the nonprofit sector. But I would say that, the other part of it too is having people on your boards that can, access areas that you typically are not able to access in terms of funding and just opportunities for the organization to grow and to thrive. And so this again is where, connections, the community and the church really, bringing those groups together, people that have ideas and need funding, bringing those funders into, meetings with the church, to hear some of the ideas that are being birthed in the community, is really, really important. And then understanding the business aspect. We're going through a huge issue with fraud in nonprofits now in Minnesota. And,
Yes.
I think that a lot of that is just a lack of understanding of how to manage business. And so
Mhm.
you have a lot of people that want to do good work with early childhood and with food, distribution, but they really just don't have the capacity to run the business well. And so then when they make mistakes, now we want to criminalize them. And I think that's the wrong approach. We have to, when we see, that there is, some things that are not being done right, we can certainly ask the question, but then provide the resources and the structure and the opportunity, and don't assume neglect. Don't assume that people have ill intent. They're trying to do a good work. But again, we have to be good stewards about the resources, but we also need help in terms of how to manage a nonprofit or manage businesses. And we need a board that can help us. And a lot of nonprofits, especially smaller nonprofits, just don't have the kinds of boards that can help them in that regard.
Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Pastor John, do you have additional question for Pastor Duke? Because we can stay here all night.
All right.
We can stay here all night because it's very much interesting in what we are discussing
Yeah.
because it hits home.
Yeah.
You got children, I got children,
Yes.
and the future of our youth is
Yeah.
my goal. The future of our
Yes.
youth is my goal. No matter how it is, no matter
Yes.
what it takes, we have to set our children up for a brighter and
Yes.
inclusive
Yeah.
future. We have to set them up for that.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
looking at my time, is 7:13. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the journey of the legendary gentleman. It's always the case. All our guests will come on here, we say 1 hour, and 2 hours later, we're still on here. It's what it is. The community need us. The community need the truth. The
Yeah.
community need answers. And no way
Yes.
other we can get it to them, but what we have right now, social media, the
Yeah.
days of town hall meetings, the days of, meeting grandpa under the tree or, going to my auntie house, those days are over. I just send her a text message or go on TikTok, send her a voice call. Those days are over. This is how we are to reach our community, reach our children, especially our children. And I
Yes.
will turn that over to you, Pastor.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you, Pastor. Thank you for taking your
Thank
time,
you.
and thank you for coming out here to inform and educate our community. And one thing I want to say is that we trust in God, we believe in God with all our strength, but we still have some responsibility. We still have to take some actions as a believers, and we
Yes.
should not neglect all those things that we have to do as our own responsibility,
Mhm.
even though we trust in God.
Yes.
Yeah,
Amen.
I think that's the only thing I would say.
Yes.
Our own responsibility.
Our own
Our own
responsibility.
responsibility.
Yeah.
That's where the action come in.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
where the
Yes.
action come in. Because I was talking to a man of God about a week ago, and I asked him. I said, "What's going on?" He said, "Man, things are getting really tough. Went on the mountain. I prayed for 7 days, and I came back. I prayed 4 hours every night." I say, yeah, it's a good thing you went on the mountain, you prayed for 7 days, you came home and you prayed 4 hours every night. But what are you doing about it? He said, like how?
Yeah.
I said, what are you doing about it? He said, like how? I'm believing God for miracle. I said,
Waiting for manna to fall
you
from
are
heaven.
you are really believing God for miracle. What are you doing with your hands?
Yes.
What are you doing with
Yes.
your hands? What are you
Yes.
doing with your knowledge? What are you doing with your strength? What are you doing? Are
Yes.
you going on
Yes.
the mountain just to pray and come home and pray 4 hours every night
Well,
and expect for the bank to open the door in the middle of the night and say, "Come and grab money"?
yes.
So, um,
Yeah.
Pastor Duke, thanks a lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you
Thank
for coming
you.
on here. Thank you for coming on here.
Thank you so much. I have really enjoyed this conversation tonight. Dan and Pastor John, it has just been a blessing, and I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. On behalf of Bishop Richard D. Howell Jr. and Shiloh Temple, we just appreciate this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
thank you, thank you.
Do you have anything for us before we close, Pastor Dukes?
Well, I was just thinking that when you talked about the children, I like what the Maasai tribe says to each other, Kasirian and Gera, which is how are the children? And it's really a measurement for how well the society is doing. You know, if the children are well, we're doing a good job. But if our children are not doing well, we got some work to do. And I would say that the children, we can't say with confidence that our children are well. And so we have to center our children again to measure the effectiveness of our society and our work. We can't celebrate and rah-rah ourselves when our children are suffering. That's just not going to work. And so we have to center our children. It's all about the next generation. And so thank you so much for this opportunity again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. We appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the journey of the legendary gentleman. With us today in the hot seat was Pastor Duke from Shiloh Temple. And I believe we're going to work with him. We're going to work with Bishop and see, even if we have to move the studio to Shiloh Temple, we can go there and spend the day there, because we need more impact information in the community. People need to know more. And Pastor Duke, not to hold you up, but I enjoy the Bible study online. I enjoyed the Bible study online.
Amen.
When they
Amen.
launched the Bible study and Bishop came to do the Bible study, I'm like, really, Bishop doing Bible study online?
Yes, yes.
I was impressed. I was impressed. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I
He
enjoyed it.
he is a phenomenal teacher. And in fact, I was just going to also plug his book on mental health. This newest book is called Hope Against Hope, and it's
Okay.
really dealing with mental health and deliverance or therapy in the church, asking the question. And so I believe it can be found on Amazon. But
Okay.
yes, this is, I recommend, highly, highly recommend this book as it
Okay.
relates to how we address health and mental health in our community.
All right, all right. Oh, no problem, no problem. If possible, the secretary can send me a screenshot of the book, and then we do our
Yeah.
best to promote the ministries, the churches in our community for the betterment of our people. Thank you,
Amen.
thank you, thank you,
Thank you.
and we we're gonna let you go, and may God continue to lead us all. Thank you, sir.
Amen. God bless
Bye.
you. Have a good
Yes.
night.
You
Yes,
Bye
too.
sir.
bye.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Have a beautiful night. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's it's something in which we have to take care of, and something in which we have to be able to look into. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. This is the journey of the legendary gentleman. We are 20 minutes above time. Sorry about that, but we were discussing something major, something important. We were discussing Christianity and our community. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.